This morning, I wanted to talk about the character of Yosef and the story of Yosef in the following context. To me, the story of Joseph is the greatest argument there is for the state of Israel. Because Joseph ultimately is the paradigmatic Jew in the diaspora. He has achieved great success, as many Jews in the diaspora have. He's respected, he's honored, but he is still separate. In fact, he is so separate that when he announces to his brothers who he is, he has all of the Egyptians leave. He doesn't want them to hear that he's a Hebrew. We have learned through our history that even in our best situations, we are at best welcome guests in other countries. Even in America, where we have done arguably the best we have ever done outside of the land of Israel, we know that when things get bad, anti-Semitism rises. Someone said, and I think it's a great statement, where the far left and the far right meet is in anti-Semitism. Because when things start to radicalize on both sides, that's where anti-Semitism shows up. But in the state of Israel, it's the only place on earth that is ours. It's the only place on earth where we are never even welcome guests. We are home. It is the only place on earth where we can be 100% Jewish without reservation. So I always refer to Joseph as the first Zionist because his story shows us why we must always put our trust and our faith in the state of Israel. That doesn't mean we don't have the right to criticize it when we think it's doing something wrong. But God forbid we ever turn our backs on Israel. God forbid we ever turn away from Israel. Israel is as essential to the Jewish character as Torah and as God. And we're now going to continue with the Torah reading, which is found on page 251, page 251.